Hello YouTube and Instagram. This morning I'm using the wood repair kit for the first time and I chose let's just chuck it straight in the frying pan. I'm doing a massive 2.4 by 1200 wide English oak table that has got some considerable repairs that need doing. Now normally, traditionally, I would use like a putty or paste type filler and then have to go through sanding and hours and hours of labour. So I'm going to film this today, minus my talking, to see how fast this repair kit is. So this is what I'm up against. This massive oak table. And I'm going to go for it with this new gun repair kit. I call it a gun because it basically is a glue gun, but it's designed, it's thermostatic, this glue gun. I don't know if you can see me all right there, guys. I hope my dustbin's doing well as a cameraman. But yeah, basically. So with the silver rods of wood repair, you need to keep the gun at about 145 heat. And that's the thing with these guns, is that they're thermostatically run. The reason for the silver is just because it's got bits of like wood, bits of metal filing in the silver, which you'll see when I do this. And if you go too high with it, it'll just completely melt it. So that's why it even says it on the packet when you get the silver. Warning. Says please note there's no valid reason for a complaint if this product has been processed above 140 Celsius. So they even tell you, but you know what us blokes are like, we never read anything, we just go straight in, but sometimes it's good to read the instructions before you start. So yeah, hopefully the gun is now up to temperature and we'll give it a go. I'll start here so you can see me. And as you can see, guys, I've got a lot to do. And what I'm doing is I'm really testing it to its full potential. Couple of seconds, then get your really sharp flat planer block. And straight over the top. Unbelievable. And what's good about this is the waste is very minimum. And you can layer it as well, so if you need to go back over, you can. So, with some fillers, they do sag. Literally a couple of seconds over the top. Get your planer. Straight over. So, I'm going to be doing this for the duration of this video. The best thing about it is if you are in a rush, which 9 times out of 10 us carpenters are, you can let it just dry naturally if you really want to, or you can take the heat out of it straight away. I mean, this is what this is, because metal obviously conducts heat, so it takes the heat straight out of it. Just go straight over the top. So I'm going to have a go at a few colours today on here. I'm going to have a go with the black and the silver over this table to give it a bit of contrast, but also, you know, the wow factor, because the wood repair is before I do any finishing. So prior to that, you kind of finish it and then go, oh, there's a knot there. What this is doing is giving you a lot less labour intensive work, which is what it's all about. Some deep ones here. Quite busy here today. next door you can hear the staff giving it some golf. I think there's some geezer on the roof. Don't know what he's doing up there. Or it's a bloody great big seagull, one of the two. But it's easy, I don't even need that yet. I thought I did because I thought I was at the end, but I'm not. In this case, I think it's going to be faster for me to let it naturally dry and then scrape it off afterwards. So now it's asking for a bit more, so let's put a bit more in. So yeah, I've got some bad boy splits in this oak, so this is really going to test this glue gun out. But obviously, the slower you go, guys, the faster you go. I mean, there is loads of ways that you can use this. And if you watch some of the previous YouTube videos, you'll see that you can actually use it as a glue gun for assembly. Because we did a test where we glued two pieces of birch ply together and stuck them together, no clamps, nothing, and I couldn't get it apart. It was solid. So it would speed up production line in factories massively. And for me, this is saving me hours and hours of sanding and consumables and stopping waste. I mean, I get so much waste from sanding with the pads, the fine sawdust. I mean, I suspect the waste from this wouldn't even fill a crisp packet, you know, because all your product is going exactly where you want it to go, in the holes. And I'm sure there'll be guys out there going, oh yeah, but it's fiddly, it takes a lot of time to put it in. But look, the time of this video, I've done 2 planks already. You know, and that's the same sort of time as probably doing it with a filler, but I wouldn't be able to come back for a day until I could sand it. So I'd be able to, you know, literally cut this off in a minute, and it's ready for the next stage. And yeah, it's probably going to use a few sticks, this job, that's for sure, but I'm looking at it time scales versus materials. Now, as we all know, sanding pads can be quite expensive, but you know, on my other videos I would have shown you abrasives.com or .co.uk, and also now there's another supplier called Woodwork Supply UK, which all do the Smeardex sanding discs, you know, the ceramic ones. So the wastage is not as bad as what it was before, but literally you're not sanding for hours waste product. You're just sanding what you need to sand, and I think as a woodworker we do a lot of sanding, so this is going to stop that. So I've been nabbing on for a bit, so what I'm going to do now is go back over these ones here and just with the block planer literally just take off the excess that I don't want. I mean, it works absolutely superb for this job, for this instance. This is a flat surface. This is a joined together flat surface. There's no lumps, it's not live edge. Yes, the oak has had a bit of a hard life, but the planer, literally, you saw how quick I took the waste off, and there you go. That won't even fill a packet of crisps waste bag. And you know, yes, I've got a few more boards to do. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I might change the colour in a minute. I might do the middle black and the out silver. But what I'm just demonstrating to you guys is the speed. It is so fast. I'm not a salesperson by any means. I just know a good product when I see one. That's as simple as that. If it's a good product and I use it in my shop, then I'm going to do a video about it, because at the end of the day, I'm spreading the knowledge to you. What's so good about it as well, if you go a bit gung-ho with it and you go fast, and then once you've scraped off with your block plane, if you've missed anything or it hasn't quite caught, you can just go over it again. Not have to wait another day for the filler to dry. And the best thing about it, you can use this in any conditions. As in, this workshop is always generally 6 degrees. It is Baltic in here. So it's not going to affect the drying times. It's the same with all the other things we supply here. I'm not going to stock stuff that I wouldn't use myself. Okay, I'm not a believer of that. I'm stocking stuff in my shop that I use to help me achieve an easy life. So I'm going to give that back to you. I'm going to tell you what I use, because this channel is all about giving back knowledge, because I'm a believer of that. That's how I've got to where I've got to, is by asking questions and literally being a sponge. So hopefully if you're watching this video, I want you to ask me questions of what you want me to do videos of next. I can do basic carpentry videos, I can do basic joint work, I can show you how to use different machineries to give you confidence, because when you come out of your apprenticeship, or if you do relearn and reskill, they don't really give you much sight time. It's literally book, pass, out. Now, there's that naivety and no confidence when you get out and you've got the tickets, once you've got your qualifications. Now, I'm here to ask questions. You know, I'm a member of the Institute of Carpenters, been there for donkey's years. I've done loads of stuff for them. So this channel is my way of you contacting me directly. So if you're watching this video, I'm here to help. You know, my numbers are on all my videos. You can see my Instagram. My website's being developed at the moment. But you know, I'm always here for any carpentry questions, any knowledge, any tips and tricks. You're always welcome to come and visit here, and I'll give you a demonstration personally if you want. That's no problem at all. So as you can see, as I've been blabbering on, I'm eating through this, and it's not taking very long. So I'm going to pause the video for a bit. I'm going to change the colour to a black, do some black, then show you that, and then hopefully within the next sort of 30-40 minutes we've got a finished product ready for the next stage. I just thought I'd quickly mention, when you change colours in the heat gun, it's good to sort of get it down to the last sort of trigger push. If you're doing what I'm doing, it doesn't matter the transition between the black and the silver. I quite like that. But if you're doing a project where you needed to change the colour, if you look back on my previous videos with Wayne doing it, he'll demonstrate how you can tool off the cartridge so that you can change and then save the cartridge for smaller repair jobs and stuff like that. But this is basically, it tells you on the packet of what to set your gun at, and then literally change the colour. Simple as that. So I thought I'd just show you guys the next clip. As you can see there, I'm absolutely flying through this with this wood repair kit. I'm doing all the knots, and what it's actually giving me is the opportunity to play with the colours, and I'm going to use that to its full potential. So yeah, I'm basically, any hairline cracks in the timber are going to get filled with this product now, and then I will show you the tooling off process of the whole slab, and then I'll show you the finished piece ready for the next stage. Right there people, that is all of the table where I can see for my first application. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, come back, scrape it all off, and then see if I've missed anything, because you do get a bit sort of like tunnel vision when you're doing this, seeing lines. So I always find it's best to nip off, make yourself a cup of tea, drink that, take it all off, and then see where you are. So I'll be back in a minute with a brew in hand. So in all the times I've been doing carpentry, I've never known a product as fast as this. I mean, this video, okay, I went and made a cup of tea, I got on with some of it without you watching, but all in all, this is about 25 minutes, and we're at 17, 18 minutes on recording, but it's been about 25 minutes to do all of that. So I'm now going to scrape it off, and then hopefully it's ready for the next stage. Made myself a coffee. What's your favourite biscuit in your workshop? Mine has to be a chocolate hobnob, McVitie's hobnob. Awesome. Right, let's get the smoothing block playing out. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. And then just tool off the waste that I don't want. And look at the waste. You know, I don't think I'm going to fill a crisp packet. as you can see, it's so easy to take off. It's so easy. No sanding. So that's the product, guys. This is the Pro Box, and you can buy it from Woodwork Supply UK, or hopefully in the near future a bit of buy it from me, because I'm going to stock it as a distributor. So because I believe it's just something that should be for sale in here, because a lot of people that come in here are buying timber and also doing their own projects, and if they've got something that can repair it, if they make a mistake or there's a knot, then this is the bad boy to do it. So yeah, I'm going to finish off now. I'm not going to bore you, and then I'll do another quick picture of it all when it's all done. So that's my rubbish, guys, from a 2.4 by 1 metre wide table from Wood Repair. That is all my waste, which will fit inside a crisp packet if you squidge it up. Unbelievable. So I've just finished my first cup of coffee, and my tabletop is about 85% ready to be final sand, ready for me doing my resin finish. So this Wood Repair will stop any parts, excuse me, coffee went down the wrong way, any sort of resin pouring out of holes that I didn't know existed, which is any resin worker will explain to you, you don't want any leaks. Leaks are like watching your resin money drain on the floor. So, you know, on my other videos you'll see me, I've built moulds. This mould is specifically for this table. I might keep it and put some HDPE in it at some point, but this is specifically for this length of table. This is probably the biggest table I've done with resin, so that'll be my next videos. But this Wood Repair kit is a must for all woodworkers. I can't iterate it anymore. I'm not a salesperson, I will be, but it's just fantastic. You know, 25 minutes of labour, I have got a pre-finished top, where before that would be about 2 or 3 hours filling, sanding, maybe a day before I could even think about getting it ready for final coat. So I'm going to carry on. There's a few little bits and bobs that I've missed, because you know, anything when you do repetitive work, you start seeing more lines. So I've had another. Well, I've had that coffee. I'll have a break now and have a good look at it, make sure I'm happy with it, and then go over it again. And then probably when I sand it, I'll probably see something else. You always do. Take a stand back, and then it should be ready for my resin. So I'm just going to carry on, guys. You don't have to watch me do this bit. I'll pause it and then come back. Right, guys, that's me done. I'll just do a close-up on it. I mean, it's a shame I'm not at the oiling stage for you to see it pop out, but you can see where I put the silver in and the black in this top. So that'll really pop out when I oil it up. So yeah, that's as easy as it is with the with the Wood Repair kit. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can go to their channel too. I think it's at woodrepair.co.uk, or it might be the Danish one. I don't really know. I should have found that out before I spoke to you. But if you just type in Wood Repair on YouTube, it should come up, and then you can watch their other videos and watch all the other guys there doing it. But for me, I think it's fantastic. So thanks for watching this video. Remember, the slower you go, the faster you go. Have a good day.